demonstration gridlock is underway, and we are in the middle of it. Take a look. We've got 3 lanes of traffic right now on Capitol. In front of the Capitol, people have lined up in their cars. They've come from all over the state, upset with the governor and the stay-at-home order. They say that they're ready for this order to be lifted. They want to get back to work. They want to get back to doing things that they love, like fishing and golfing. We saw a couple people who had boats. And take a look, the number of people goes down the block. People have been honking and gathering since about 9 o'clock this morning. The official protest just getting underway here. And basically what people are saying when we stop and talk to them is that they think that people are smart enough to make their own decisions to stay safe during this coronavirus outbreak without being told what to do. Ma'am, can you tell me, why did you come out here today?
I'm a state representative from the 102nd District, and I'm just here to support my people. I have a lot of constituents down here right now.
And what are your constituents telling you?
Pardon?
What are your constituents telling you?
They want to go back to work. If they can't access the website to get the benefits, then they want to go back to work. And nobody's suggesting we just go willy-nilly go back to work. We're recommending we adapt to the size of federal guidelines and do it safely.
Yeah, that is the message that we keep hearing over and over from different people. We talked to a landscaper from our area. We talked to a woman who does detailing in the Hudsonville area. All of them without work right now. They say they need to put food on the table. They've got to pay their bills, and they want the governor to reopen their businesses, allow people to make safe decisions. And that's why they all gather here today, to make those voices heard. We're going to throw it back to you. For now, reporting live on Capitol Avenue, Heather Walker, News 8.
Okay, Heather, stay safe out there. Let's go to News 8's Leon Hendricks, also out there. He has boots on the ground at the state capitol. Leon, what are you seeing?
Another incredible sight in this surreal ordeal as we battle this coronavirus pandemic. The Capitol steps, the scene of a protest. The whole idea here was that folks would stay in their car and participate in this gridlock, but we've seen a lot of folks who are saying they're not doing that. They're here, they're on the Capitol steps, staging a more traditional protest here in front of the Capitol building in Lansing. I want to show you one of the larger displays here, a huge sign that is out in the Capitol lawn. It says, "Security without liberty is called prison." An analogy they're using here to the situation that we have at present with the coronavirus lockdown. We're going to walk up here and give you an idea of the feel some of these people have. There are a number of people here from West Michigan, including some of these folks here that we get a chance to meet earlier today. First of all, tell us your name and what brought you out here.
My name is Joseph Dixon, and I came out here to support the Michigan businesses and stand up for the rights of our fellow Michiganders. And we believe that the governor has overreached and overstepped her rights with our freedoms.
Are you concerned about this virus?
I was in the beginning until I've done my research and found out the realities and the media's overreach on it, and that it's not as serious as they made it out to be. And that's why I am here, because I feel that they are overreaching, overreacting, and crushing our small businesses, crushing our economy.
I see you're wearing a mask, so you appear to have some level of concern.
Yes, well, I have concern. I have just common courtesy for people. I might be here today, I might be a Republican, but I have common sense, and I do have concern and respect for everybody.
What would you say to the governor if she's listening right now?
I would say, Governor, open our economy on May 1st and respect our rights and our freedoms.
All right, that's a little bit of the sentiment we're hearing here. A lot of these folks, a number of them that we've spoken to, are small business owners, or are here on behalf of those folks who say simply they want to see people get back to work. Some more folks here that we might be able to speak with. Sir, what brought you out here? Where are you from?
I'm from Jackson, Michigan. And what brought me out here is I'm a small business owner, and she's putting me out of business.
What type of business do you own?
I own a painting company.
What would be your message if the governor is listening?
to listen to the people. We have common sense. We're not children. We know what's right and what's wrong and how to take care of ourselves. I've had a quadruple bypass. I've had a heart attack, a stroke, and I'm still not afraid to go out in public. It's how you take care of yourself. We're not, like I said, we're not her children.
Do you have any concern at all about this virus? You said you've got some underlying conditions.
I have concerns about it. I have concerns for the people that are, I'm 62, but I call them elderly, sickly, really bad underlying conditions. But if you take care of yourself and follow common sense, stay away from people, you know, not totally stay away, but you have to social distance a little bit. But until this virus runs its course, it's going to stay here. And all we're doing is hiding from it.
Do you have any concern? We've seen a lot of people out here that are obviously, like you, not in your cars. Do you have any concern that this gathering might cause this virus to spread further?
Hell yeah.
It will a little, but I don't think it's to the extent that they're trying to make it out to be. Again, it's a virus. It's got to spread. And until people start getting an immune system to it, it's going to continue to do this.
All right.
And we will never get away from it until we get an immunity to it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All the way from Jackson, one of the small business owners who is here and represented in a crowd of hundreds of people who are gathered here on the Capitol steps. A number of them have signs. One here in the foreground says, "Recall Whitmer now." We see a number of American flags. A lot of those red "Make America Great Again" hats. Folks certainly having a political feeling that goes associated with this situation. But it's quite the sight here on the Capitol steps. It's cold, it has been snowy, but it's not tempered down the spirit and the feeling that these folks have about letting their voices be heard in opposition to the governor's executive orders connected to the coronavirus. Emily?